Horton.
Yeah.
Casey Horton. Nice to meet you.
You too.
And
Stop, devastating everything on top, never coming down.
how it all started.
We're in a small town, didn't have anything to do.
And what town were you from?
A town between Sacramento and San Francisco called Vacaville. And Jacoby called me up one day and asked me to play, and I said, I don't think it's going to work out. And we said I was into metal, and I knew they were into weird, like, Red Hot Chili Peppers and, you know, that kind of stuff. And they, you know, he proceeded to call me over the next few days. Come on. He just kind of wore me down, and I said, all right, I don't have anything to do. So I started playing, and we just did it for fun for a while. And
So now, did your style kind of come to their side, or did your style, you know, influence them, or how?
I think we sort of met in the middle a little bit, yeah. And
So were you guys doing covers or all original?
no, it was all original,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, so just playing local bars, that kind of stuff then? Or?
Garages, bars, coffee shops, whatever we could get.
Do we have any old school Papa Roach fans? Let's kick it old school. Repeat after me. Hey,
So where'd your first big break come from as far as, you know, getting some real recognition?
We did some shows. We traded off with Alien Ant Farm and Incubus, where we would have them, you know, support us in our hometown or the area around there, and then we would go down there to LA area and play a few shows, and then we started doing free Monday nights at the Troubadour in Hollywood, and I think that's where the buzz started coming from.
You guys are known for, you know, busting your ass and being on the road all the time, and you know, and I'm assuming that you were doing the same thing from the get-go. You know,
Before we got signed, we were just doing regional stuff. We weren't really going out on tour because we all still had day jobs.
Okay.
So we couldn't really afford to just take off and
Sure.
do it. So
But still probably playing a couple nights a week,
Yeah,
you know, minimum, and,
Yeah.
and you know,
every weekend.
meet a lot of fans and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's kind of an organic start to where, you know, you just kind of built your fan base, and
Yeah.
then record company noticed that, or
Yep.
and that's
Yeah, we you know, we had sold something like 10,000 CDs on our own
No kidding.
with no label.
Oh, wow.
So, you know, we had a pretty good following.
Yeah.
Noticed it, so.
So like what, you know, what time frame are we talking, like to where you were, let's say, touring, you know, regionally or semi-nationally, like what year are we talking, 95 or 6 or something?
No,
or
we
4?
didn't start touring on a national level until 99.
99. And so then when, like, what was your first big song that broke, that got major radio?
Last Resort.
Last Resort. And so when that hit, just went nuts?
We had already been booked on the Warp Tour, and we started out on the third stage, and by the end of the second week, we were headlining the main stage.
No kidding. Wow.
It happened that quick.
Cut my life into pieces. This is my last resort. Suffocation, no breathing. Don't give a fuck if I cut my arm bleeding. This is my last resort.
So you say that was 99 when Last Resort, 2000?
2000, it hit. Yeah.
So like, you know, in that time period, let's say from a year before that, were you playing like local bars, or were you still touring regionally, nationally?
We were doing LA, and we were doing California, basically, up and down California.
So what's it like to go from, let's say, you know, smaller venue to playing like a rock fest or somewhere, 50,000, 60,000 people?
Well, that didn't happen overnight.
Sure,
it was
sure.
just like, you know, we when we did our first national tour, it was like we were still in the van, and we did all clubs, small clubs, and you know, there were some that were like, you know, there were 7 people. You know, there was one in particular in Denver, played this place called the Lion's Lair, and it was like 3 people plus bartenders,
Really?
and it was just like, you know, it happened.
Sure.
Once we started the Warp Tour, that was when we actually got a bus, and it was, you know, a full big tour, and it was pretty crazy, like, especially going from the small stage over to the big stage. It was, and you know, all of a sudden we were headlining with Green Day and NoFX, you know, and those bands we had looked up to for a while. So it was cool. Wake up, workout, lunch, shower, meet and greet. We have 3 meet and greets, and then around 4:30, 5 o'clock, we'll have a little bit of downtime, and then we usually play. On this tour, we've been switching with Skillet, where you know, one day we'll be main support to Shinedown, and then next day they'll be. So, you know, it's either we play around 6:30 or 6:30 or like 8 o'clock. So
then you usually have like a 50-minute set, or
50 minutes, and it's, you know, greatest hits kind of thing, and then at the end of the night we just, you know, either sometimes we'll work on music, sometimes we'll just hang out, sometimes we'll go watch bands.
So do you tend to, like tonight as an example, do you guys tend to stay here on the bus, or is it like jet to the next town right away, or do you get up early and jet to the
No, we go usually around 1 or 2 in the morning. We'll leave for the next town.
Okay. So do you have a dedicated driver, I'm assuming?
Yep.
Okay. So he's pretty much ready to roll it whenever.
Yep.
The time rested up. Let's say in the next, you know, year or something. I mean, are you guys going to be out supporting this album for another 6 months or a year? Or I mean, do you have a?
We're going to be done probably at the end of the year, like around the middle of December. We have a headlining tour in Europe in November, December, and then middle of December we'll call it, and then I think January we'll do. There's a Shiprock, that thing.
Have you done a Shiprock or?
We haven't done it yet. This will be our first time. So hopefully, you know, I'll probably be wearing the sick band thing.
Yeah.
And
yeah, you know, I've done a couple cruises. We did the Rock Legends cruise here earlier this year, and it really looked like they were, you know, taking care of the artists.
Yeah.
And you know, it's really fun because there was a lot of, you know, interaction with fans and whatever, you know, which and everybody was really super cool and had a great time. So yeah, I'll be curious to see how that goes.
Yeah.
I didn't want to take a whole lot of your time or whatever, but it's definitely nice to meet you.
Yeah, you too.
And, I really appreciate the opportunity.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks.